Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. In the previous episode, we finished day 1 of the investigation. Now we're finally in trial for day 1 trial. If you're out for today's episode, make sure to hit that like button and support greatly appreciated. Now, February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? Defense attorneys should never believe their client. Defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Alrighty then. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. So she is with us! Hey! The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Hold on, let me turn on the light. I don't want to go for the best brightness. What up? Alright, let's go. Nice and bright. Edgeworth. I haven't been to court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a while now. I hope that person of fearless will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. State prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit into the prosecutor's office lawn. Wow, you're much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like I'm confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution called its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Alrighty then. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Ho ho, caviar! I never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. We're gonna witness state her name and profession. Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? I said too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name and profession now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting about it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait! I'm not finished eating! Hurry it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Hold up. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
A hooker, at least. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
Ah! I know who you are! Cough up!
Cough up, Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well, you may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. Alrighty then. Let me move this around, cause this is just getting out of hand. Oh well, the wire's just getting out of hand, that's all there is. It's in the way. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for the visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Okay, time to go blind with this. Unfortunately for her there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. Oh, right, parking lot floor plans added.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Oh, right then. Let's correct this. The witness's account. I thought there was one scene. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on the way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Then, through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely flesh and wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine a witness. Yeah, this is the part I was actually going for. This is what I was going for. I don't know what happened. I'm losing it already. Witness's account. Can we please again? Somehow I always knew the day like this would come. All I know is that we have to press on for answers. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence, whatever that means, of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. Can we please? I'm just gonna keep on. The lunch lady's honored form opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired?
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. Alright then. Hold it! No? Nothing? The mic's not working for this game. Great. This boyfriend, he's a detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
Not boyfriend? You have several? She can be yours too, Judge.
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend.
Great.
Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunch, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. It would be the room with the security sign. So she would have to see it from there. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchbox by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime, so that would make true about where she saw. So that would make truth about it. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you feel a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What?
I have no idea what that means. Me neither. Oh my god, water. Speaking of detective's instincts, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
I of course am hard, yellow, sharp as a tack.
I bet you stink too. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something staring in the back of my mind.
And that's where she saw it. So that's why she was in Park B. By Garrett's car, you mean
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife, with which the victim was stabbed, was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. Conspiracy! What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can, even if we don't have any proof. We can always complain. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly state the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, Rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
Right? That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be re-elegant to the lowly post of lunch lately, but my instincts are honed.
Oh, great. A photograph. You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snapped. I took a picture. In fact, my lunchbox is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Oh, this is my first time seeing this photograph.
You think I show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Is that really the car? Uh-oh, this is unmistakably Lana Sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? Great! How many more? Tell me more about the knife that the suspect was carrying. Did she say left or right hand?
Well, I'd say the blade was about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Is that your knife after all?
Yes, that's right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it wasn't easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can testify as to your ability to kill an egg, I mean, a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into the defendant's dress.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise a knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes, the next moment. Yeah, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Somehow I always knew the day would come. I was on my way to deliver the lunchbox to my boyfriend, and I sensed something, perhaps instincts, and through a wire fence I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Why do I feel like it's that? The murder weapon found in the traces of victim's blood, no prints. Was she wearing a glove? Yo, hold up, before we get to that, let me check on some stuff. Before we do anything else. Death to a loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Why is it 4 p.m.? An hour and a half of 4 p.m. I don't understand that meaning, so there's no point of that. Why is it 5:18? Touch the check button for details. Oh. Okay, this is basically what it is. And that's her. Yo, we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna give this a shot right now. We're gonna give this a shot because there's no traces of the victim's blood but no prints. Where's the prints at? Was she wearing a glove at that time? I don't even know. We'll see. Yeah, nothing. Can we fast forward this, please? And here we go again, we're going back at it blind. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife to Goodman's chest. Death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half. Nope. As I'm trying to figure out what to do next, cause I got nothing. We're going in blind again, and we got no sense of direction. Parking the way we added the court record, got that. Got that already. So let's see. Cross-examine. Present the... Why?
So it's this. This is the 6.
Objection!
I mean, above all else, I was thinking that it shows her freaking hand, but we had to present the knife because really there's no traces of freaking prints anywhere. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Guy not holding a knife?
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection.
Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we?
It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
Objection!
How can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the darker crimson stain? Well, I didn't even see what it says. It's a black and white photo. It's a black and white photograph.
Oh yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Where?
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea?
Objection or no problem? Alrighty then.
Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony.
Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seemed I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was caught calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves?
I explained the traces.
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Can we please?
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Alrighty then. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. We're down to 3. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
The gloves were omitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She got them thinking that this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I gotta think of a way to show this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else?
Alrighty then.
Murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. I got nothing on that. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. What would prove something to contradict that? Can the mouse move to something usful? I don't know. Occurred in a parking lot.
the Atlantis guy. Last call made by Sir Emma. Why do I feel like I had to do the phone call? Why do I feel like the phone call? And more importantly, how can you see bloodstains? I can't see it. Okay, what am I supposed to look for? On that statement. Oh, now we get to use it. Great.
Objection!
Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. What about it? And the people are talking. Defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide the accurate testimony.
What's that, Rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! Lunches! Order!
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that tide has turned. Not over such trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. Defendant Lana Skye murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove, nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. Okay. I believe we're gonna end today's episode right here, just cause I feel like there's gonna be more into detail. But yeah, it's just mainly on her. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna end right here, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure that like button, comments, if you're new, bear the 6 run, Destruct 60, and I'm signing out.